Hey you, so on this video I wanted to talk about our collector coins losing value. So I'm gonna display some of my collector coins that I've picked up this year so far. So since the beginning of 2017, here's all the collector coins. When I say collector coins, it's gonna be my high premium. We're focusing on the silver proof coins here. So I just wanted to put out there and see what the opinion was on whether collector coins in general or collector coins as a whole are losing value, and just go over some of the collector coins that I've picked up and let you know how I see they're doing since I've picked them up, what I expected them to do and what they really are doing. So I just wanted to break in a couple of points of this. So I think collector coins as a whole are losing value. I touched on this when I done a video regarding the Luna Series losing value, but I also think a lot of collector coins are suffering also. Now, a lot of these coins, prior to picking them up, I believed they would do fantastic things, and we'll break into them as to why they haven't and so forth. So once again, it'll be really interesting to get any input from anybody in the comments, whether they think collector coins, high premium, whether it be proof or gold, do have a future, or you think they don't have a future and that they're being saturated and so forth. Any input would be fantastic in the comments. But breaking straight into these coins that I have and when I purchased them and what I believe they would do and what they have done, we'll get straight into this. So I've displayed this one here before. This is the silver proof Peter Rabbit coin that I went on to pick up. Now this coin, looking at it, I went with it purely off of the basis that off of the Beatrix Potter literature out there, it's a well-recognized, highly famous author, and so anything related to that stuff there would go on to do fantastic things. Now, seeing that the first release that they done in 2016 went on to do very good things, and I didn't jump on board on that one, I always went ahead and picked up this one here. Now this one, and we're going to see a theme here as to why I believe this one hasn't gone on to do as good as the 2016 did, and it's not that hard to clock onto why I believe it hasn't, and that's going to be because of the mints. Now the difference between this piece and the last piece is that the mint went ahead and damn near doubled the mintage on this piece. So by doing that, I wouldn't say it killed any potential profits. Now first of all, I will break into how a collector, an investor and a stacker is approached, and why I think the mints are catering to a certain type. First and foremost, you have a collector. So the collector is going to collect a piece for the passion, regardless of what field they're in. If you're a collector, it's going to be your hobby, something you love doing for the passion and whatnot. As an investor, you're going to see potential investment opportunities in the piece, and as everybody knows, I've mentioned I'm an investor first and a collector. So as a collector, an investor, I saw potential in the piece to maximize and make some type of investment and profit at a later date. And now a stacker is going to be stacking pure weight and so forth. Now there are other types of people, i.e. those that are stacking weight or precious metals for protection or against inflation and so forth. And I know there's 1,001 other things you can invest in, but we're mainly focusing on precious metals here. So what's happened here is what I believe is going to be a big thing moving forward. The mint have made these coins for the collector, and they're focusing on the collector, which isn't a bad thing. They're collector coins. But whereas in the past you would have had more opportunities as an investor slash collector, I see these opportunities dwindling and getting smaller and smaller when it comes to collector coins, purely off the basis of what the mint have done with this coin, and that was increase the mintage. Now the mints, I'm not, I'm being selfish in that I want it to work in my favor. I'm fully aware of that. And also do the mints, they're the ones putting in the work and pumping this stuff out. So they want to maximize profits also. So they've built the best collector coin possible for the collector. So for all collectors that wanted this purely because they're the collector first, they're over the moon with the product. I mean, I also believe as an investor, if you spend a long enough time hands-on with whatever you're investing in, you're going to build a bond or a connection, and that's what's ultimately happened with myself and many other investors slash collectors. You go for the stuff that you'll learn to like it, or you can like it in the end. But the mints are killing investment opportunities across all coins, in that they're doing things like increasing the mintage. As to why they couldn't have came out with the same mintage before, I mean, they're going to say it was a big letdown. A lot of people couldn't get them before, which is fantastic for them because it's a trial run always. So that could be something to look out for on a next first release. You know, if your intuition, if your spider sense says it's the one, you may want to go in, like the swans and so forth. So the mint will say they've increased the mintage because more people didn't get it last time, so they're catering to more collectors this time around. But from an investment point, it's been a coin that hasn't performed as well as the first coin, and I can't see it doing anything close to the first coin at a later date. So this is one of my investment coins that I can't see great things happening for at a later date. So what next coin we'll break into that I picked up sometime this year was these Kookaburra coins. Now I picked these up off of the strength of it was going to be the first 1 ounce proof coin that they've done since 2005, I believe. So I fell into all the hype. I'm cuckoo for Kookaburras, so it was neither here nor there. I jumped straight on board of it. Now this coin hasn't gone on to do great things. If you pick this coin up from initial launch date from the Perth Mint, you got a fantastic deal. You got the coin at the true price. I spoke on this before, and you know, you gained. If you went on to purchase this on the secondary or from APMEX or any other dealers, you got caught in the same trap I did. Now this is a stunning coin. I believe currently this is the only coins I have in this current, the 2017 Kookaburra. But why I don't see this doing great things at a later date investment wise is that where it doesn't help that APMEX now have these on sale currently. But with this is another thing that I see, and once again the Mint have played a massive role here. They want to maximize all motifs, all designs to the fullest. So what you have here is you already have the bullion design at 500,000, and so you're getting this bullion design at 500,000. There they are, and we're going to touch on the privy pimping here. So on this first Kookaburra design, I think it's the first year where we on the 2016 we had our lunar privy, but on this year they've introduced another privy, which was an animal privy. So that was the shark privy. So that originally took the bullion up to 600,000. So on both privies you're getting 50,000. Then you have this motif here, which is and now all of what I'm mentioning here is all within the same size. So within the one industry default size, the 1 ounce, you're now getting 2 privies which are totaling 100,000, 50,000 each. You now have 1,000 that wouldn't have been there before of the normal standard 1 ounce coin. I believe they always do a high relief coin, which is usually 10,000, but because they've milked the hell out of these, they've lowered it to 5,000, I believe, this year. So, and this is all in the 1 ounce. So you're getting 5,000 1 ounce high relief, 1,000 proof coins, 50,000 lunar privies, 50,000. So the mints are increasing the mintage, which is killing any potential profits, in my opinion. So this set, well, it's living proof of this set right here. I did expect it to do massive things. They brought this set out as a limited set, I believe. Let me just double check. It was a 1,000 piece, so a double set. APMEX at time of release, I believe, have currently reduced the price on this set, which is never a great thing if you purchased it from an investment point from the start. So this set hasn't gone on to do fantastic things, and another example of why collector coins in my eyes, and just from my little collection here, seem to be losing value for the long run, or even for a little quick flip, depending on how quick your flip is. So there's another example of a coin I purchased that hasn't gone on to do great things. These were both purchased from an investment standpoint. So looking at the next coin that I've purchased this year, high premium coin, we've got the Krugerrand, the silver proof Krugerrand. Now straight off the bat, these had a bit of problems with them. So we had the whole hoopla with the quality control issues. That's never a great thing. That's a bad sign straight away. But this coin, the hype around this and just the breed around the Krugerrand brand in itself could have ironed those problems out, but it didn't do it no favors. So it went on to suffer from quality control issues very bad from the silver releases, and I don't think that they're going to recover from this. The problem with this coin, once again, is the mint not only did have a ridiculous mintage on the same size. So on this size here, You can get this motif in a platinum, a silver proof, and a silver BU. The silver BU has a mintage of 1 million. Now you can get pandas with that kind of mintage, but it in my eyes, it absolutely destroys any potential profits at a later date. I went for the proof version because it had a lower mintage of 15,000, but it's still suffering from the same quality control issues. So whether I can see this coin doing great things at a later date, it's not looking too good at the moment because it's currently maxed out at a very high price, and this is the collector's version of the proof. But the BU prices seem to be coming down, but they was very highly priced. So this one is on the fence right at the moment. I don't know. We're going to be looking at, there's many things that need to come in that can play a role whether these coins can actually be good as an investment perspective at a later date, and that's going to be whether they do continue doing silver in the Krugerrands, which I don't think they should. But if they don't, then these should do well in the long run. They just need a lot more time to mature, but we're going to have to wait and see. But currently there's a lot of bad stigma about these coins, so moving forward we're just going to have to see how well they're doing. So these are just a few of the collector coins I've picked up so far whose future ain't looking so bright, which leads me to say our collector coins as a whole losing value. So looking at the next set of high premium proof silver collector coins I purchased this year, it's going to be these silver roosters. Now these are like the saving grace of my stack currently. These are the coins I have a lot of faith in, that this mint, a relatively new mint to me, I believe it's the Maya mint or the Maya mint in Germany, they don't have a whole range of them. So when you're looking at these coins, they've just done them in one size, which is the 1 ounce, which is great, because if you want this motif, you're only going to get in it in the one size, which helps. So with the Perth mint stuff, you can get in a range of sizes and finishes. So just alone, that has got a very good quality to it. So this one's looking okay. This came in the proof, gold, and the BU. So the gold has a very nice mintage that we all know of. I believe it's sort of a 100, and then we're looking at these proofs that has a mintage of 1,000. I think for a silver proof coin, that's a very handsome mintage. So I see a lot of potential with these. Currently they're doing okay. With your silvers, you're going to get your issues. I've heard of toning, I've heard of spots, nothing major, very small so far. Still a new mint, still a new coin, so time will tell how well these are going to perform. But currently, these are doing exactly what I expected them to do. They're maturing nicely. They're not oversaturated. The mint hasn't brought out a bloody privy version, a high relief version, a gilded version. So, and the only thing I would say from this mint where they're lacking, and any other mint in general, if you want to be able to take on something with a good pedigree like the Perth mint, you're gonna have to work on their mintages. I can't see these guys doing it anytime soon. They've got the African Wildlife series that have done well. They don't seem to be displaying mintages for these, but they have highlighted that at the end of the year on their BUs, which are unlimited mintage, they're going to be capping it straight at the end of the year and cutting it dead. So it'll be good we can get some numbers on the BUs. But out of all the high premiums this year, I mean, we're halfway through the year, 6 months in, time of releasing, these are the only high premium coins I've picked up. It's not from my infamous mint that I love the most. So you know, purchasing outside of the box and looking elsewhere is always going to be your best option and bet. But these are the highest of the high premium coins. The rest I would say ain't doing as great. So looking at, I mean, from the 4 here, you've got 1 out of 4, which leads me to believe in the future I can't see these high premium coins returning fantastic investments at a later date, unless for the same reasons as to why some of these have failed, we're going to have to see them cut back on that. So especially from the Perth mint, if they have something good, and they should know better, because to me they're the industry leaders in collector coins, they've got to stop bringing out so many different variants of the coins. As time moves on, I can definitely see them increasing mintages. That's a one definite way to kill a lot of investment potentials. But as I mentioned, they're making these coins for the collector, but they do know investors slash collectors are investing in these coins. But if they keep on ramping up mintages, keeping the coin within the same size, but bringing out different variants of the coin, this was never a variant that was taken into account before. You're always going to get your 1 ounce high relief versions, I mean, I'm personally not getting these no more, but you know, these are obviously, so you've got many different numbers within the 1 ounce range. You've got your high relief 1 ounce, you've got your gilded 1 ounce, you have your proof 1 ounce, you have your BU 1 ounce, and so forth. These are things that are killing in potential investments at a later date for coins. Then you have coins like this where they're rife with quality control, and then I think they just overshoot the mark. If you want to do it good, at time of releasing the Royal Mint, I've currently released proof gold and silver unicorn for the Queen's B series, but the Royal Mint seem to be paying a little bit of attention as they've decided to cut the mintages. Now, they have been known to do this before on their Lunar series, which wasn't doing so great, and they cut it healthily, but currently on the 1 ounce gold, I believe it had a mintage on the Lion of 1,000, which they've now taken down to 400, and then on the 1/4 ounce, which I believe had a mintage on the Lion of 2,500, they've taken it down to 1,500. And so they've kept the prices high, because backtracking on the price and you're going to look real silly at MEX, but cutting the mintage will catch the collector's eye a lot more, because that's what gives you more potential of getting better returns at a later date. So the Royal Mint, as I have mentioned, are paying attention. They'd be very stupid not to be paying attention. I mean, if you're a big establishment and you have potential customers or customers doing any types of reviews on your products, it's best if you pay attention. If you don't, you're doomed to fail. So it's going to be very interesting to see how far they go and what they do at a later date. But the Queen's B series, for me, is now looking a lot more appealing, because it's looking more geared towards the collector, obviously, but from an investment standpoint, it's also looking very handsome. So once again, I'm going to chop this up now. So hate or love it, guys. Go ahead and leave a comment. It'd be fantastic. You can leave any comments in the comments about what you think on this matter. And go ahead and subscribe if you ain't done so already. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.